old people in the house say yeah. What's up, Boss Baker Chris? Happy old people birthday. And thank you for the 55 months of subbing. That's your old people age. Cody Kirkwood got it figured out. Give me some of those Bezos bucks. Thank you for the prime, Cody. Appreciate you. Heck yes. Finally got it. I appreciate that. Appreciate you working on that. They don't make it easy. That is a fact. How we doing today, chat? How we doing? We ready for a hot fire afternoon stream? As I'm like totally dragging. Been very busy. But yeah, I thought we could stream for a little bit. No plans, so we'll open it up to whatever. I literally don't know what we're gonna do, but I've been working right up until we started stream. Thank you, Boss Baker Chris. Nice for the 10 gifted subs. You're amazing. You're amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. If you got any gifted subs from Boss Baker Chris, tell him thanks. Check out your emotes. Yeah, it's pencil season. We talked about pencils today on the podcast, and now I'm all up in my pencil feels. That's the way it works with me. All we have to do, talk about a notebook. I want all the notebooks. Talk about pencils, and all the pencils are coming out. What's up, Kim? You're amazing. Thank you for being here. Yeah, this cap rules. This cap rules. So, yeah. I mean, it's not like I'm going to use the pencil, and it just looks sweet. Spin on my fire on the podcast? A little. I spent a little bit of it. I keep thinking about it, though. I think the more I think about it, the more I think Mike might be right. But we'll see. I don't know that we will see. I don't know that we'll know. But interesting conversations to have anyway. Great to get a break from work and watch the stream. Actually, it's great to get a break from work and do the stream as well. The profile again, please. How's that? Don't ever say that. I know, right? We have to be very careful with our hashtags. Mike was right. Indie Dragonfly, 10 months of subbing. Let's go. Thank you so much. Sherry Bobbins, 27 months of subbing. Thank you so much. Appreciate all y'all. Woo. Morning, just woke up from getting 3 wisdom teeth out. Ow. Like, how many fingers am I holding up? That sounds brutal. I get to keep you company. As long as you're still on drugs, you can stay and watch. If you're not on drugs, you need to go get some, and then you can come back later. I did get to the post office. I opened it up. Nice. So what Indie Dragonfly did, I'll show you all in a minute, was restored a vintage pen. And what that actually came up today on the show, which is not something that I do. But the question was, if you find kind of like a beater at like, not a pen show, like at a flea market or whatever, like, would you go, like, what do you think about going and getting it for cheap and then learning how to fix it? I'm like, heck yes. So like, you could tell like the excitement in Indy's note to me. It was like, and I just replaced the sack all by myself. I'm like, hell yeah, you did. It's sweet. It's sweet. I'm in the middle of it, and one thing I want to point out is that MSRPs are set in each region separately. They often go together, but with the yen to USD conversion and tariffs, they're likely to separate more. Yeah. I do agree with Mike that companies consider tariffs and taxes in major markets when setting pricing. Pelican's weird cheapness overseas is a perfect example. Pelican priced their pens lower in countries with VAT, so that a VAT-inclusive price. That makes sense with the Pelican stuff, yep. But I guess where I got hung up on, Peggy Love, 62 months of sub, and thank you so much, Peggy. Where I got hung up on is if they're publishing a public MSRP, is that not the guideline I should be looking at? Right? I got really hung up on this is the number, right? Which may be an incorrect way to look at it. So, JHP Stricken. My bent vintage Schaefer legacy is beyond repair, apparently. No. Apparently you just haven't tried hard enough. You should wait for the U.S. distribution MSRP. Yeah. That'll be interesting. That will be interesting. But I'm also thinking about how some brands may not go through distributors, but I guess maybe most of them do these days. Most of the big brands are distributor. Like, yeah, no one really sells direct anymore. I haven't seen the Japanese memos you mentioned. Are you sure that was saying a global MSRP? Yeah, it was. It's like, you know how like the corporate companies have like the news link, and then they have the PDF attached with the price increases. But it could be, Japan price increases, right? Like it's all in Japanese, and like some of the prices got translated and things like that. But they're like these are like from the PR pages on the websites, right? Sailor did a big jump in the summer. What was funny about the actual chart that we got is they've already raised the prices beyond what they said the prices were, which I thought was weird. And then Platinum did a double jump. Platinum did a double increase in 2025 as well. 2 jumps. So voluptuous villain with the 100 biddies. Thank you so much, Mr. Destructoid. G's Crafties is streaking all over the place. 35 streams of streaking. That's a lot of streaking. So yeah. The regionality of our hobby definitely causes confusion. I get that for sure, including by myself. The Indie Dragonfly, I'm going to be straight up with you. That is not something I could be less interested in doing. We talked about that on the show today. I will never be a pen repair person because I am just not into that type of thing, right? I will pay a lot of money for a restored vintage pen because that's one of my things I just don't do. I don't write letters and I don't repair vintage pens. Like, I just zero interest. I'm not a fidgeter that way, right? Like, I don't fix stuff around the house. I'm not going to fix a fountain pen. It's not, except a nib. I'll fix a nib. Like, I can deal with nibs. But yeah, I have no interest in pen restoration. Have you seen the 18K Sailor nib start showing up? No, not yet. Not yet. Did you ever send Alan's half-page partial letter? Heck no. But if I go to St. Louis, maybe I deliver it in person. Question for you: any other stationary conventions other than the NY show? I'm booked for Atlanta, and then I have to decide on Little Craft Fest or the Chicago Pen Show. Yeah, none of the other stationary shows. Chicago, no. Orlando, no. And San Francisco, no. So the only other one would be Little Craft Fest. Yoseka, yes, and then maybe Little Craft Fest. I thought the fixing stuff around the house was typical American man thing. The thing I've never been called is a typical American man. Tokyo, yeah, for sure, Tokyo. Yeah, we were talking about like the stationary shows, right? I definitely don't want to be lumped in with typical American man. That is not my jam. Stretch, on the other hand, Stretch will build you a house. Straight up. Stretch will build you a house. Japan, serious. We were at our friend's house, our friend that we're going with last night, planning. So plotting and planning, trying to figure out when to buy tickets and stuff. How far ahead? You built half your house essentially? Yeah. I wasn't that, no cap. I mean, I'm wearing a cap, but literal no cap. No tool belt, Brad. No. So will ATA be a stationary show or mostly pens? Both. Mostly pens, but both. They call those are generally fountain pen shows or pen shows, which conceptually differs than like a stationary show, but they all have plenty of overlap. So like the stationary fests will have some of the makers that would be at a pen show, or some of the retailers that'll be at a pen show, or some of the distributors that would be a pen show. It's just going to be a higher percentage of what we what I generally classify as stationary, which is, your notebooks, your stamps, your stickers, your washi, that kind of content. And then some pins, where a pin show, which is what the Atlanta Pin Show is, will be majority pins, vintage, modern, new, used, makers, and then some of the stationary stuff. So it's more of like a percentage. If they're calling yourselves a pin show, it's going to be mostly pins. But you're starting to get more just stationary makers in there. And then at the stationary shows, they get pin retailers in there, if that makes sense. Yesterday, I got my first custom pin. It's a Calvin and Hobbes inspired Heinz Koenig with a Pensloff stack nib. That is crazy. Is that the Koenig is one of is the big gigantic one? Does that have the piston? Little Craft tickets go on sale. Well, I guess I should decide before then, shouldn't I? All right, that's good. That's good information. And I did get your email, by the way, GHP. You know how to twist my arm. It doesn't take much. But I haven't decided. TBD. I'm gonna have the Little Craft Fest in Chicago is a literal coin flip. Where are my dates? My desk is a mess. That's what we're doing tomorrow, Chad, as we're cleaning up. I didn't write down the dates. Nerd. Because they're not the same exact weekend, are they? What are your thoughts on the Flow Tune versus the Unicento? Are you trying to get me afternoon stream fired up or what? What's up, Toyota Lawyer? I need representation. People coming in asking my opinions. All right, let me look at something real quick. Because I can't remember where I wrote down Little Craft Fest in Chicago as the same, but that doesn't mean they're the same exact date, but they could be a week apart, which I was considering the same. So that's April 30th to May 3rd. And then Little Craft Fest 24th to 26th. Yeah. So they were like a week apart. That was what I was thinking. So one of the things that would have me leaning towards Chicago would be if I go to Memphis in the middle of May. That's what let's see if they already have the schedule here. I can get an idea. I guess it's not normally a public schedule. Yeah, the prep stuff. Okay, that's usually like mid-April. So yeah. Are you still gaming in 2026? Yeah, I'm Path of Exiling most of the time. PoE 2, Path of Exile 2. So yeah. Happy New Year. Thank you, Brad, for the .28 uni ballpoint pen. You got the edge, right? That's a crazy pen. That's a good pen. What's up, AU Chia Pet? I shipped your giveaway. Anyone this week who's won giveaway 89 months. That just broke my brain. 89 months of subbing. Let's go. Thank you, JD Lady. Hope you're doing well. You should redeem Philippine and make you do the lever fill. Truth. London Pen Show Mark first? No. I might not. I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to be able to stand not going anywhere before Atlanta. So, we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. What's up, Annette? How are you? So, yeah. So, if I'm considering Little Craft Fest and tickets go on sale, that's one of those things that sells out. So probably sells out. So I would need to look at that appropriately. So still lots of moving parts on the travel schedule this year, but I am far along on Atlanta, Yoseka in Brooklyn, and my vacation to Japan. Those are pretty far along the planning stages. Everything else is still a crapshoot. But some decisions have to be made sooner than others. I think there could be pen addict privilege. We go for pen addict privilege after the fact. I never asked for pen addict privilege. Although if I couldn't get in and I really wanted to go. So miss you in Philly. I know that's next week, right? Y'all like a week from today, y'all are probably going. Need to book stuff for the Chicago Pen Show. Where's the new hotel in Chicago in relation to the old one? They're both still like pretty far out, right? Just a different direction of pretty far out. Out in Oak Brook, yeah, that doesn't mean anything to me. Like further, it's closer to the airport than the old hotel, right? Might be going to Little Rock this year. My friend's gonna be vending. Nice. It was in Hawthorne Estates, something like that. I've booked Chicago, but I've yet to find someone to room with me. Still got time. What's up, Thunder Vikings? 77 months of subbing. Let's go. Hope you're doing well. You going to Philly? Philly Pen Show? Hoffman Armpit. So I had it right. Hoffman Estates. I couldn't remember. So yeah, that's my next decision, which apparently I need to decide on quickly. Uni Edge 0.28. Yeah. It's a crazy pen. That's one of those pens that gets me like really, really excited because it fits how I write and how I use pens and like products. But admit that it's clearly not for everyone. It's an aggressive pen. So, all right, let's see. Let's see if I can be tempted here real quick. Do they have? Is this just the? Okay, that's just the store stuff. Do they have a website for the event? Little Craft Fest tickets going soon. Like, is there a Little Craft Fest homepage? Houston Stationery Fest. Sorry, I'm seeing if I can be tempted real quick here. Hello, I'm tired. Facts. All right, and the Insta. Yeah, I'm following the Insta. That's good. Okay. We'll bounce around. We'll bounce around and see. But like, I want to see. Okay, event guide. Sorry, I'm doing my own stuff here. Hydrate, I need to. Thanks, Twitch, for the complete lack of an education. That's just facts. Oh, this is all last year's stuff. So, okay, fair enough. Fair enough, chat. Because if I do like something like Little Craft Fest, hell, if I do any pen shows, I'm gonna start looking at classes, to build my event around, right? Dutch Bill stream giveaway. All right, let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do this. Oh, we'll do what I was going to give away yesterday before I change my mind. Where's the other part of this? Before I wanted to give away the Fude de Manen. Yeah. Let's do this. This is the one I was going to give away. So this is an A5 notebook from W222. Seeing that I can't get this out, I'm not going to be able to get it back in. So it's a thin notebook. Ooh, 93 pages. Is this... Okay, so this is the paper that they don't necessarily say what paper it is, but what paper do we think it is? What's up, Independence Mike? Hope you're doing well. Hope you had a good stream today. Hope you're ready to go back to class. I know you're not. Rip. But I appreciate you. Do we know the W222 paper? People like it. Harmony Bat, 17 months of subbing. Woo! Woo! I don't know. This feels like super nice. So yeah, A5. I think I got this from Vanessa. Good stream, but not ready for school or the Philly Pincho. Oh, are you going to Philly? Do you go to Philly every year? I feel like you go to Philly every year. Is it not TRP? I think they might have changed. Let me see. Have you tried any of the refills you got from Vanessa in your plotter? That is my plan for work tomorrow. I want to write some of that stuff up. So we'll talk about it next week. They say TR on the website. Okay, that's what I was about to go check. So Wheezy Faz, hold that thought, and we'll do a flip through next week because I have not done it. W222 was close to View Corona when I compared to all my papers. You've gone every year for a long while. That's what I was thinking now that you say that. Oh, and honestly, because also Franklin Christoph runs the show, so Audrey's going anyway. Honest question, Brad. I only do lies questions. I don't think it's been discussed. Why does the point redeemer not get something for free? They're the viewer that's put in the time. Is there not like a free emote or something? Is there not like a free emote? And then how would you redeem 0 points? I'm gonna just... I haven't... This is not something I've looked at in years, but I will look at it. L. Kirby, 59 months of subbing. Let's go. Yeah, for the ink drops, like, I guess you could get something for 1 point. What could you get? I don't know. It should be like a free emote for like the channel point or something. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of expanding on Glyph's point. It's not kind of set up that way. It's more set up as a stream community thing that you share with other people, right? It's not a you specifically reward point, right? Is not how the point redemptions for Twitch channels are. I think that's the best way to put it. It's not like you're earning points for yourself. It's more of a collective community points, right? I think is probably the best way to put it. So you're basically doing community awards for content on the stream is probably the best definition, I would say, if that makes sense. But I get what you're saying. That's actually a good question because I never thought about it that way. I want to look at something real quick. Okay, Wonderland 222. Sorry. We're going to give this away, Dutch Bill. You'll be ready for a 300K redeem? Oh my God. What are you going to do to me? All right. A596. I think this is the one. It's black though, not Midnight Sky, but it should be the same. Midnight Sky dot. Oh, I thought I put it over here. Dang it. So I'm looking at it's 52 GSM fountain pen friendly paper without specifically naming the name. So, View Corona. I'll be ready for a 300K. That's when Brad goes to a pen show you're choosing. I am going to Atlanta, so I am off the hook for Olive Octopus visits. Okay, let's do this giveaway. So I found this pen. So this is a great notebook, really probably good fountain pen notebook. And then one of my Hello Kitty, Sanrio crew Energels, because number one, it's an Energel. Number two, it's Sanrio, and it just looks cool, minus this part. So yeah, we'll give these. This is the giveaway. So yeah, really neat pen, and I like it. But yes, you can use this for fountain pens too. You don't be good for the Energel, but you can use it for a lot of things. So thank you, Dutch Bill, for the redemption. Let's go. I should probably review one of these Wonderland notebooks one day, or get Sarah to do. You did send me a box of nonsense. Nice. All right, exclamation point waffle, exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter, anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States, just ship worldwide. You must be present to win. Look how they're all looking around the corner. You must email me your shipping address. I'll probably ship this weekend. That's so cute. So this should be, oh, we just had a discovery chat. Discovery. Energel, but not. Check this out. It's a mechanical pencil. That's even better. We're in our pencil era today, chat. Pentel Energel, except mechanical pencil. I don't get that, but okay. It also has a retractable nose cone, which I find kind of odd at this price point. That's great. Oh yeah, I don't think anyone's free from price increases. But I think just the percentages are a little bit more palatable. Interesting. Okay, I'm even more into this now. That's kind of sick. You have one of these? Got it from Enigma? I wonder if I got it from Enigma. Mine says Energel. I'll show you one sec. Ow. Right here. Which I find just hilarious. Oh, it says energize. There it is. Energize. Energize. Look at me. I'm wrong very often. I was wrong even more than normal with this one. But it's essentially the Energel barrel, Energel clip, Energel knock, Energel grip, but it says energize on the barrel. I had no idea I had this. Now I should probably get one and review it. It's even got the same font. I didn't even bother to read it. I just saw Enter capital G, and I was like, yeah, Energel. And giveaway comes with Brad's blood. It might in a minute. So yeah. Cool. I'm in. I'm in on that. I am in on that. All right. And while you're doing that, in case you missed it, let me give you my other review link. I think probably y'all have seen this already, but while we're doing that, will anything ever upset the Energel for best pen? That's a question for you because I don't have it as the best gel pen. I mean, it's the best gel pen off the store shelf. It's not my favorite best pen. So, probably not. Oh, sorry, Chad. Probably not. I mean, TBD. Hey, I will say this. Sharpie did better than I anticipated. They're no Energel, but Sharpie did get a percentage of that shelf space. I mean, I think the Energel is the best off the store shelf gelling pen. It's not my personal favorite because I like the micro tips. So I like the Uniball Signo DX, Uniball 1, anything 0.38, mostly Zebra Sarasa Clip 0.4. If the naming lined up to what it writes, shouldn't it be Intergraph? Intergraph is a really good name. So, yeah, there's good options. The Sharpie S Gel is great. They just don't have the color range. What was the name of the Uni 0.28? It's the Uniball Jetstream Edge. So it's a Jetstream refill. So it's not a gel ink refill. So the line is even finer. Like it's crazy fine. So it's really, really good. Do I have mine here? Mine is not currently sitting here. Jetstream Edge. And they're like a $20-something pen. Like they're not cheap. Do those refills fit in any other barrels? Which ones? Do you recommend playing starting with PoE before PoE 2? No. PoE 2 has been much easier to get into. I never played PoE 1 before I did PoE 2. Then I went back and played the full season of the current PoE 1 just to see what I'm missing. And it's way more intense and complex. Like PoE 2 is a little bit more graspable. And it's still very complicated and complex. Do you remember those Sharpie retractable felt tip pins? Absolutely. I probably still have one laying around somewhere in some drawer. 2 is way harder, you think? I don't know. Well, it was my first time with 1 like 3 or 4 months ago. And I found it to be pretty hard. So they're both hard. How about that? They're both hard. Loving the Druid though? Nice. I haven't rolled a Druid yet. I was waiting to see how it all shook out. PoE 2's combat is much less forgiving. I do get wiped out a lot. The 0.28 edge refills, no. Although you can fit in a mechanical pencil refill, which Strange Camel made for me. Made me a uni ball Jetstream edge barrel with a mechanical pencil, I guess from the Style Fit type of pens, which makes me wonder if the Style Fit refills fit in there. That's actually might need a little bit more research, Matcha. That's a fair question. PoE 2 is better to start with. PoT is a small moon. PoE 1 is a big star. Yeah. But I told myself I needed to go play the PoE 1 season just to do it. And I enjoyed it. Yeah, PoE 1 just has like 10 years of built-in stuff. Like all the side things in that was overwhelming to me. I was like, what do I do? What do I do with my hands? Where PoE 2 I started at the beginning, so I'm working along with it. And still at this point it's not even full release, so you're working along with it. You're not behind on learning any mechanics really. I mean, Abyss will take you about 2 seconds. What is a mechanical pencil? What mechanical pencil is the equivalent of a Mitsubishi 9850? That's hard because there's a lot of $6. It's going to be one of the $6 mechanical pencils, which is the base plastic Kurotoga, the Tombow Mono. Because the 9850 is a deal while being S tier, right? It's not only... How much time we got left in this refill? Okay, you got 1 minute left on the giveaway. So not only is the 9850 an amazing pencil, it's also one of the cheapest pencils, right? So I'm not going to go past like the $6 category for that. The Sharp would be in there too because it's $6 too. It's probably the Sharp. I was trying to avoid the Sharp because I think that's the answer, so I was trying to save that one till last. What else? Definitely not that stupid one at the top of the JetPens page. It was a Sarasa pencil insert, and it had to be trimmed. Thank you, Strange Camel. So there you go, Matcha. So Strange Camel made me an edge with a mechanical pencil refill, and it was from the Sarasa with a little manipulation. Miss Cookie streaking, whoa. Look out now. I don't know. What do you think, Sim? Like, I would be, for my rules to answer that question, I'd be adamant that it wouldn't be like a high-end pen. It would be like a sub $10 pencil. Pencil. All right, let's close this giveaway. We ready? Oh, did Sabas get in there? I don't know. They kind of clicked at the same time. All right, let's pick a winner. Kristen Creates is the winner. Congratulations, Kristen. You win. Have you ever actually won? You've won before, right? Yes? No? Maybe? You missed it, Rip. We were too busy PoEing. First time? That's what I thought so. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, Kristen. We have no coffee left. Uh-oh. Dilemmas. Wait till y'all all get eggs. Wait till y'all all get eggs, chat. Pentel lead, Ein or Einstein, stock. Been flow the whole time? You know it is. Look, I love Pentel stock lead. What can I say? It's a little bit grittier, and I kind of like it. All right. All right, email me, hello@pinac.com, and I'll get this shipped out probably like this weekend or something. No later than Monday. Totally my pencil era. Dude, I'm stoked about this pencil. That's so cool. I had no idea. I thought I was giving away a cool pen. Turns out I was giving away an even cooler pencil. I am all about the gritty. I mean, the Einsteins are perfectly fine. I want a nice reporter pad for quick note taking. I'm thinking of the Blackwing ones. Any thoughts? I need to look at the shape. Nibs and wax. Let's look at the shape of those. Because I'm curious. I don't know offhand what the shape of those. Because I'm super partial to the Field Notes one for the shape. Right? They're very reporter pad-ish. And then I'll give you one other option that's neither of those. With a little show and tell. Brad, would you ever consider making a note card product that isn't not paper? Yes. I have had conversations. So would I consider it? Yes. Is it going to happen? Hey, thanks for that link, Tess. Super cool. If we ever meet in person, you're just going to want to smack me up my head. Nah, I think it's probably the other way around. Okay. I don't think I've actually seen these. That's a good layout. That's a good layout. Let's pull up the Field Notes. Yeah, just know when you paste, you need to like delete everything from Questionmark on. All right, I'm in on that. And then we have this. What type of products are we? Who am I answering? I forgot who asked the question. Nibs and wax. What type of pens / pencils are you going to use? Are you using everything? Do you want to use fountain pens? What's the deal here? If y'all have any questions, today's a good day. We can like look at this stuff. Field Notes front page. There you go. So that's what I was going to look at. So then the Field Notes is taller, right? Do we have the height? 8 1/4, 3 3/4. So the Field Notes is almost 2 inches taller and what, 3/4 inch wider. So those are two different, same concept, different shape. I've always enjoyed this notebook, but I've never used the Blackwing. And then let me give you the third one, which is not a reporter's notebook, but the layout is sick. And it's the Nemosine. It's this Nemosine. I don't know if that's the number 186. So it's just a grid notebook like this. And this is more in the size of the Blackwing one. Oh, you're looking at it from a dozen. That's fair. Fair point. Then I'd be up there with the Smash with you. I'd be down to Smash with you, Sim. So yeah. Has anyone used these? I think Nibs and Wax could maybe use like an actual input on this. So they come in blank, ruled, graph, and dot. That's nice. The Nemosine obviously is really good with fountain pens. What are these Notsu ones? I just love this. I do love this match. So the Notsu looks like it's a little bit shorter probably than the Field Notes. Field Notes is still the tallest. Okay, so packs of 2, $15. How many pages? 100 pages. These are fountain pen friendly, but oh, sorry, I'm not showing y'all. I'm looking for myself. So these are the Notsu ones. That style. That's a good style. Probably fountain pen friendly. Their note cards are generally. The size of the Blackwing is pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. I just don't have any experience with them. The field notes are fantastic. Again, so what is this? That's 17 2-pack. How many pages? 70 pages. 2-pack, 100 pages. I'm just kind of seeing what the specs are. They all look to be about the same. $16 2-pack, 80 sheets. Yeah, they're all about the same. And then I think this Moramon. Let me see if I can find the link to this Moramon one. Is that the actual model number? Yep. So this one is out of stock, but it's $8.50. So it's again the same price. If it was a 2-pack, it'd be $17, 80 sheets. So like all 4 of these things are super similar. So did you say what kind of were you just using like traditional pens and pencils, or are you gonna use like for sure fountain pens? Like if you're not gonna use fountain pens, then I actually wouldn't use the Nemosine. It's fine for gel. It's not my favorite for pencil. Rodeo pads are FP friendly. Yes, but if they're not spiral bound, are they actually reporter's notebooks? I'm just kidding. These are like super long and skinny. Pack of 5, 80 sheets. This is way cheaper. Probably a little bit of everything. Do those rodeos come in spiral bound? I know they do plenty of spiral bound. I just didn't know if that style came in. Let's see here. All right, exclamation point waffle, exclamation point waffle. Anyone can enter, anyone can win. You don't have to be a follower, member, subscriber. You don't have to live in the United States. I ship worldwide. You must be present to win, and you must email me your shipping address if you do win. Nemosine. We're going to call this the Nemosine Reporter. We're going to call it the Borking. Why are we borking, Toby? Why are we borking? Let's cover Mike's face. There we go, just like that. Man, borking. Oh, yeah. Delivery, but I don't know what. Don't know what. I got nothing coming. Just for the record, that's with the door shut, chat. That is with the door shut. That's the old dog. Brad, do you know of any 2mm grid that is available in A4 that is not on OK Fools and not the Nemosine? Also, preferably fountain pen friendly. No. A4 2mm grid is almost like Fantasyland type stuff, right? That's going to be pretty tough. I don't think I've ever seen A4 2mm grid. So my finger slipped and I just bought a Model 7 and Axle. Did you say you're shipping today? I did not say I was shipping today. I said I'm shipping Sunday. Also, I'm out of nibs except medium nibs. So I don't know what you ordered, but it's going to be end of January before I have extra other sizes of nibs, for the record. Okay, Fools is just a paper manufacturer. I wish that Ebbets Musgrave cap was still available. They only charged like 45 or 49 bucks for these at the time. It was crazy. EF, I am out of EF. I'll email you. I'll email you when I see the order. But I am not shipping today. Just FYI. Camera focus is freaking out a little bit because of this background and this mouse and this thing. Like, I need to change this mouse pad for sure. I've used up my blank slate pads. I've been looking for an alternative. So yeah, you used to could make them. You used to, at blank slate, could go put in A4 2mm grid. No longer. And I hope you're doing well, Written Rice. I hadn't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Model 8 coming in different colors? Yes. Late January, early February. Let's take it off that camera. Not the Nemosine. Okay, Fools is Mr. T's paper company. I'd buy that. Actually, I pity the fool who doesn't buy that. I hear you, Written in Rice. I hear that. Yeah, so I don't know is anyone even doing like the roll your own paper stuff anymore? Those companies tend to come and go. That's a super hard business, right? That's super difficult business. So I don't blame Dave. I love that he gave it a shot. I love that they gave it a run. It is not easy. So yeah, I don't know. Then there's been various companies over the years that you could do that. I don't know any right now. Yeah, I can't think of any right now. What was that one in Portland that I've used before? I'd have to think about it. There was a company in Portland that you could do some small notebooks, but maybe up into bigger ones. I can't remember the name. I'll see if I can think of it. But yeah, I don't know anyone doing that right now. Print your own with A4 KB paper. You could. You could. You make your own paper and ink. Tell us about the ink. And I'm assuming by make your own paper, you mean printing your own paper, not literally like the fibers, right? I don't want to assume, but maybe you are. Maybe you're back there in the mill breaking down the pulp and making your own papers. I mean, there's definitely companies that do that. Local printers will do custom pads? Yeah. Avocado ink. Okay. You pulp. Now you're just... Okay. Let's start with avocado ink. Are you talking color? You have blown my mind. I have many questions. Do you pulp? Nice. The seed of an avocado you can make ink from. Is this like a boiling situation, and like what color does it come out? This is a first. This is a first. All right, y'all have 1 minute left for this giveaway of this Nemosine notebook. It's pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Could be similar to walnut. Is it that dark though? What? Do you have a picture? Like, what color are we getting out of there? Is it? I just imagine that it's got to be light. which could be sick. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad thing, but like my assumptions and pictures in my head are messing with me. It's red and pink. I eat a lot of avocados. Should I be saving the pits? You have pictures? I mean, if you're willing, I would like to see. I mean, you don't have to do it this second unless you have something easy, shareable. Where do I send? hello@penaddict.com. hello@penaddict.com. Or exclamation point email. Brad's Ink Venture 2026. Speaking of Ink Ventures in 2026, I need to send an email, which means I'm going to extend this giveaway because I'm literally thinking about it right this second. And if I don't send the email, the ball doesn't get rolling. Okay, that didn't work. That didn't work. Late to the stream, it'll go on your permanent record. You're tardy. That's like 5 tardies, I'm pretty sure. Just saying. You know, whatever. Just get here when you can. Where am I? Done. You know, if it was on my task list, I would have done it already, but it's only in my head. But y'all reminded me of that. Okay, let's go. Hey, last call! Exclamation point waffle. We're giving away this Nemocene notebook. It's kind of reporterish. I mean, they stylize it landscapey. I think I would actually use this vertically, not horizontally. As someone who does like the horizontal shapes, I am going to go with this one now. That's how I would use this. My list in my head is as good as throwing it in the trash. You're not wrong. You just looked at buying this notebook today? It's a cool format. I don't. Maybe they've had this around for a long time, but I hadn't seen it, so I was like, that's a cool format. Let's get this. So... All right, 10 seconds, exclamation point waffle. If I don't write it down, it's gone. Yeah. Truth. That's why I keep the pencil in my hat, chat. Keep the pencil in my hat. That's how you write things down. That's how, this is the remember pencil. Although I have it in backwards, not gonna lie. The eraser should be front because I want to pull it this way, so I don't want to get stabbed. Just sent pics? Okay. So yeah, eraser's got to go in the front because you're going to go like this to use the pencil. And if you go up, you don't want to get stabbed. All right. Boom. All right. Giveaway's closed. We'll look at those pictures 1 second. Voluptuous, thank you. You okay if I share one? I did already stab myself once today. Okay, let's pick a winner. Boom. Hasari D, you win the giveaway. Hasari D, another first-time winner today? Maybe? Yes. Yes, no, maybe. Yes, no, maybe. Where did Florence go? First time, nice. Would you like to pick a breakfast buddy? Florence the egg or Kevin the bacon? I like calling him Kevin the Bacon. We are out of coffee the Joe. All right, see you, Boss Baker Chris. Happy birthday. Bacon, of course. Facts. We saw. You know what? Joe ran away with this. To be honest, I thought Kevin was gonna like handle business. All right. Sorry. Send me your shipping address. hello@pinac.com. Boom. What brand are those stickers? What did we decide yesterday? Girl of all work. We looked at a bunch of them on jet pins yesterday. Brad, having the best spoke coating and never making it again is sad. I literally don't know what you're talking about. Need more coffee? I actually saved some coffee from this morning, which I haven't been drinking afternoon coffee, but I might today. Orange spoke pin. Where did we say we're never making that again? I mean, is that true? Purple axle. That's also true. I mean, to us to never make orange again is would be quite the statement. You just pull up the website. There's so many. Yeah, we were thinking dinosaurs for the next time, but that's not an easy decision. We've done dogs once, then we've done the breakfast, and so I'm thinking dinosaurs are next. Okay, let me pull up this email, see if I can get this color. Never orange. Orange is the worst color in the history of colors. Look, that's a valid opinion. I validate your opinion. You and Bart. Hope you stop on the orange, just have eBay listings. Okay, let's see here. All right, so we're going to pull up, let's do this differently so we don't dox anyone. Oh, there's your paper. Sick. Okay, let me do this, chat. 1 second. Yo, it did not like that I did that. I think I downloaded them. All right, I did. All right, let's do this. Let me get these down. Okay. Okay, 1 second. I'm arranging. Okay. All right, see you, Nips and Wax. So that's the final version extract color from an avocado seed. Oops, I didn't mean to close that. And then this is the shade. Yeah, there's the writing sample. Sick, right? No clue. No concept this was a thing. Yeah, it looks like wine. That's wild. What a great color. And then this is literally the paper. Literally pulping. Sick. Yeah, I would have not managed that avocado ink very well. So very cool. Really great. Thank you for sending this. I really appreciate it. Yeah, well, I mean, that's the best fun, right? That is the best fun. That avocado ink is just shocking. Completely shocking. That's great. Brown from Amazon box pulp. Genius. Super genius. See, y'all are all smarter than me. I'm just louder and more annoying. All right. Very cool. Thank you, Voluptuous Villain. That was really neat. All right. What else do y'all want to talk about? You're making kale ink tomorrow? I can guess that color. I could have guessed the avocado color and would have been wrong, but I bet I'm right on kale color. I am the least loud person there is, Dutch Bill. I can't really say anything about the annoying part, but I'm definitely not loud. All right, what else do we need? Any other Ask TP, any other research missions we need to do today, chat? Honestly, if there's not, I'm going to stream pretty short today. I've been hella busy. I almost canceled the stream today, but I was like, nah, I need to chill. I need to take a break and come chill for a second. But I do have time if we want to mess around and if we have any other discussions. You had surgery on my dominant hand about a month ago, and I've successfully learned how to write with my non-dominant hand. Nice. That's really crazy. Like, I had to do that because I broke my wrist. But that's pretty cool. So, Gwen, what writing instrument was the best to use in your non-dominant hand? Because to me, it ended up being pencils. Because the graphite tended to work. The way the graphite would shape with my writing angle ended up making my letters look better than any pen. So, yeah, I have the afternoon stream on Thursdays now because I podcast Thursday mornings. Currently, it's a Uni Alpha Gel mechanical pencil. Interesting. So, wider grip, right? You're not having to like lock in on a narrow grip, and it's a pencil. Interesting. Is pencil the greatest writing instrument of all time, chat? Interesting. Broke my right wrist when I was just learning to write results that I made in predictors. Yeah, nice. You may have just accidentally found out. Kept forgetting to ask you, you have a Scribo Puma, right? I do not. I never have broken down and got the Puma. I have the large one. Whatever the large one's called. La Dota? I have the La Dota. I don't know about the nibs. All right, see you, Liber. Purple Axle. What is that even the answer to? Greatest pen of all time? Maybe. Fingers the greatest? No. All right, see you, Slumberland. Some Scribo are removable, others aren't. Yeah, I never broke down and got the Puma, and now at this point I probably won't. Because they were always very expensive, and that always made me hesitate. Why does Pentel not have Crimson Black 05 anymore? I don't know why any company doesn't have just a dedicated lineup to Black Plus inks. See you, Dutch Bill. Orange Splash Model 8 next week. We're waiting. Right now, our problem is grips, and we're waiting. It's not going to be next week. That's just going to be we're lucky if it's the end of January. We're waiting on grips. That's our hang up. Just got the Pentel Graph Gear blacked out. And oh yeah, Derek, you did get that. That looked good. I think I might do the platinum review for Monday. That one's gonna get me going, get me fired up. I like staying fired up about stationary, chat. Purple axles are just so rare. True. That's the rarest of them all. Blueberry. I've already lost the plot. What does blueberry mean? What? So yeah, where's the platinum? Let me get that out right now. Should have been using this. message. That's an interesting way to make a box. All right, so yeah. I don't know if I'll do this by... I need to spend some time with it. I don't know if I'll do it by Monday, but we'll see. But interesting. Does Platinum... they have to. Does Platinum make their own graphites? Do they make... Can you buy like Platinum LEDs? I've never thought about that with their products. Uniball, Pilot do, Pentel, Zebra. Blueberry is the joke name for your black purple ink. Nice. Okay, I couldn't remember. Yes, I'm pro black plus ink color. You haven't seen them? So as soon as I started clicking this out, I was like, oh, what is this platinum lead in here? And then I started thinking, well, if it's platinum lead in there, they have to make their own lead, right? Or do they? It's been an interesting day. No bod. Rip. So this pencil is gorgeous. It feels great. It's just got a lot going on to it. We'll see. So if they don't do their own lead, okay, I got my own research project now, chat. Actually making lead like ink is different than putting a private label on someone else's lead or ink. 3mm lead. That doesn't sound... Oh, 0.3 mil. So they do have a platinum lead. Okay, interesting. Hey, good job on the link test. You almost got the question mark out too. You can go all the way. The question mark can go too. I'm proud of you. That is a great work out of you today. Really, really proud. Oh, and I'm not showing y'all. So yeah, you were learning. Nice. Yeah. So, looks like your classic stock lead. No. So, is there more? Tell me more. Tell me more. Like, do you have a car? Pencils. Oh, they don't have the brands at the bottom. Rip. Oh, I know what I need to do. I need to go look up this pencil. You didn't see it on Jet Pens? Okay. So that's what I was going. So this is the pencil. Even a different color. This is the one. And usually they'll go in the recommended refills parts. It fits the classic Pentel Rotring Tombow eraser, but interesting. So no platinum lead. So the one that Tess sent must just be like the ultimate basic lead that they do, and they must not do any premium leads after that, which I don't have to have a premium lead, but that made me curious. All right, so will you get that in the flow? Yeah. Quick Google indicated they no longer make lead. Makes sense. Interesting. We'll have to dig into that. Looks like they made it in the past, and the supply out there is NOS. Which means, like, they just made a basic. Who knows? They never leaned into it. They make insanely good mechanical pencils, which I do find a little bit odd that you don't have your own. Right? But I don't know, maybe people that are spending $40 on a mechanical pencil might have a very specific lead they want to use, and they don't care. So who knows? Who does know? So that's one thing I'm working on. What else am I working on? Working on plotter reviews. Gotta get that done. Yeah, nerds have opinions. Whew. This has been a very opinionated day. I guess every day is. Excuse me. All right, I think we're gonna wrap it there. Looks like Mr. Anderson is streaming. If you want to learn how to do repairs, this is the guy you should check out for sure. He has sacks in his hand, chat. I don't know what that says about him, but other than he can fix pins. Thanks for hanging out for this not impromptu stream, but definitely unplanned content stream. Excuse me, the Brian Anderson. Excuse me, the Brian Anderson. All right. So next week, back full week. This is the first full week of the year. It doesn't seem like it, but it was. It's not over yet, but no more streaming this week. And then we'll be back at it Tuesday next week. Normal week. Normal weeks for a while now, chat. Normal weeks for a while. All right. Y'all go say hey to Brian. Go hang out. Have a great rest of your week. Have a great weekend, and we'll see y'all next week. All right. Bye.